Hello, gentle people. I'm back to share more sabbatical thoughts and musings with you all. To begin, I have a friend who said something to me that I deeply needed to hear. She said, "You're not asking for too much." And this video is about what it took for me to believe her. I would be lying if I didn't say that this sabbatical journey has been an emotional roller coaster. I have been feeling all kinds of feelings. I get emotional when people donate. I get emotional when it's been a little while and people haven't donated. I find myself thinking about other Black women and femmes and non-binary folks who are out there who deserve sabbaticals but can't get one. And I get emotional thinking about the fact that I have been writing about a gentle landing for over 4 years, and I've been trying to give birth to a dream for over 4 years. A gentle landing for me symbolizes a successful birth. This is out of midwifery, like when a baby is caught in the hands of a midwife. And as a Black woman who has labored and who knows other Black women who labor, I know how often it is that from our labor, we give birth to wind and we don't see our dreams come to fruition. I also experience a lot of emotions when I think about what other people might be thinking of me. People I haven't heard from, people I wonder, if I could get their thoughts on whether or not I'm doing the right thing. The voices in my head, they tell me that I'm lazy, that I should just try to get a job like everyone else, that I should just keep striving and lying in interviews about how excited I am to do the job that they've slated for me. The story I tell myself is that I haven't worked hard enough to find a summer gig. But I know that the job market right now is hard for everyone. It's tough out there. The voices in my head also tell me that I'm financially irresponsible, that I should have had a savings to fall back on for this summer, forgetting that I am disabled and that I've had a season of unemployment, which is all part of why I don't have a savings. The voices in my head tell me that I am too honest about being poor and that I should keep that shit to myself. This sabbatical fundraising journey has taught me so much. It has taught me to be real about the things that I cannot face alone, things that I need help doing. Because one of the things I know is true is that I don't dream of experiencing a gentle landing on my own or by myself. I want to experience the kind of gentle landing that gives birth to a collective dream. And that is why, in part, that I want a sabbatical. This is about a reorientation to work and rest for me. One of the things I have been wrestling with in this process as I share and document how it's been going is whether or not my process is replicable. And I'm honestly not sure how much of my process is replicable, because I realize that I'm building my asks around the writing that I've spent my time doing for the past 4 years, that has reached thousands of people through my newsletter and through my social media. Another meaning of gentle landing for me is the community of support that I have. And I have networks of people from the different schools I've been in, the jobs I've had, the fellowships I participated in. And yes, I will continue to document what I'm doing, and I will be happy to share that in some form at some point. I've even collected fundraising tips from some of the best fundraisers I know that I'd be happy to share. But one thing that I do know for sure that is replicable is having a moment to ask yourself what you deserve. Ask yourself what you deserve. Let yourself acknowledge that you deserve it, even if some part of that journey is mourning that it isn't attainable right now. I think the first step to getting to a sabbatical is admitting that you deserve it, and to let it live as a quiet confession to yourself for however long you need it to be to live there until you can get there. I get upset thinking about the pull of capitalism on all of us. But I want people to ask themselves, why can't I do that? Why shouldn't I be able to do it? And I know that there are barriers in the way of, making it possible for so many people. But one of the things I recommend if you're thinking about a sabbatical and you suspect that it might be possible for you is to go on my GoFundMe and look at what I'm asking for. Look at how I've structured it. And also do some searching through GoFundMe for Black women sabbatical and see what comes up. I'm not the first person who dreamed of this, and I'm certainly not going to be the last. I've also learned throughout this journey that there are communal efforts, such as the Women of Color in the Arts organization and the Octavia Fund. They may not be viable options at the moment, but I have hope, that I have hope for what is possible, for what they could do for women of color and for Black women in the future. Yeah, so yes, affirm that you deserve this. You deserve it. You deserve it. And one last time, if you still haven't heard me yet, you deserve this. And I hope to hear about your journey of experiencing sabbatical rest in the comments. Thank you so much for being part of my journey of leading into sabbatical rest. It is, as I'm recording, it is Monday, May 25th, Memorial Day, and my last day of work is May 29th, this Thursday. May 28th, this Thursday, and the 29th begins my official sabbatical. I still have 22% left to raise, but I believe and hope and trust that it will get raised at some point, some way in this summer. So I'm not stressing about it in this last week as much as I can. I'm trying not to stress about it. That breath was me working hard not to stress about it. But yes, I'm excited to begin this journey of sabbatical rest, and excited to take y'all along with me. Wishing you a gentle landing.